Fresh killer.
Tribe. So, if you guys are familiar with Last Chance you know that their last season they were at Laney College in Oakland, California, and I have the star, the star of that show, Mr. Dior Walker Scott, in the building. That's right. What's up, sir? How are you?
What's up? How you doing, Mr. Porter? How you doing?
I'm straight, man. What's good in your world, sir?
Man, it's been a whole lot of up and down, but I'm every day I'm just keep pushing, keep striving. To be honest, that's just my motto right now.
Yeah, man. You big on that, man. You're big on that, and seeing that present itself like on Last Chance U was. I tell you what, man. It was interesting seeing you on TV was like it was really interesting. But the way that your character off the top, you said, I don't want no handouts. Like off the rip. I think I have a quote. I have a Dior Walker Scott quote. And he says, this is Dior Walker Scott. I hate feeling weak. I felt weak for so long. I can do this myself too. I don't need no handouts, bro. Where does that come from? Because when I saw it, I was like, ooh, I was instantly intrigued. That was like episode 1. I was like, okay. Where does that come from? Not wanting any
Just
handouts.
me
Not
feeling,
wanting
just me just feeling weak. That's just it has a lot to do with like dealing with my father. Just me not able to really help myself get out that situation. Not able to stand up for myself because to him, and that's just throughout the world. Like I didn't want to feel weak because when I came back to Cali, it felt like I still needed help with stuff. Like I still needed him to get my ID card. Like he was still trying to be in my picture. And
to-
to me, that felt weak. This I couldn't provide for my own. I couldn't do stuff on my own. So I just had that feeling of being weak all my life. So when I said I don't need no handouts, that was really a message to him. That's a message for everybody else. Like, look, I'm trying to get this by myself, by any means necessary.
Okay.
So that's basically what it was. I'm trying to get this on myself, and I don't want nobody to be like, oh, well, I helped them or I did this. No, I did this myself. You
Okay.
might have helped me, like guide me some type of way, but that was me putting the hours, me putting the effort. It wasn't you, it was me.
Okay, for sure, man. So I feel the need to fill people in on people out there that maybe are not familiar with Last Chance U. Basically, what they do is it's a show on Netflix. Every season, they follow either a community college football team or a junior college, right? And it started in Mississippi, and they did four seasons, 5 seasons. How many
It was
seasons did
four.
they
It's
do?
four.
4 seasons, and the final, because there are no more on football. They're not going to do any more on football, right? The final season was on Laney College in Oakland, California. Now you played for Laney, and because you said when I came back to California, and there's a story behind that, and you were having problems with your father. Something happened to whereas you had to go to Arkansas to be with your mom or something like
Yeah.
that, right? When you were in the 12th grade, could you speak to us about what went down there?
Basically, it's me and him. We just never we never seen eye to eye
Yeah.
at all, and it was escalated. It was escalated my junior year. That's when we started like fighting, but senior year, that's when we kept fighting the most.
Mm.
And then what senior year I had a basketball tournament, and then I had a basketball tournament. They didn't know, and they was like, can we have your schedule so we can go to your games? And I was on the mindset of like, I don't want you guys to go to my games just because every time you guys go to my games, always drama at home that I got to deal with.
They
And
being your dad and your stepmom.
yes,
Okay,
like
okay.
and I didn't want that added drama to my life because football was already taken away from me from him.
Mm.
Uh,
And he
so
took,
this is
and so it's so many things. It's crazy.
it's
I've
so much
seen the
stuff.
show. I know. I know it's no, because I've seen the show, but I'm just like, for the people that haven't seen the show. So he wouldn't let you play when you were in the 12th grade, right?
Football, no, because I ran away because we had an argument and we fought and I ran away for a week. So he
Like
took me out.
physically?
Yeah, oh no, yeah, we was fighting. Like yeah,
Oh, they didn't talk about that in the show.
it was hands getting thrown at that house. Yes,
Oh, when you was in the 12th grade?
yeah, yeah.
Hey, your dad's a big dude. You got heart.
No, and that's what everybody
You
said.
got
Everybody
heart.
said, man, that's a big dude.
Your
So
dad is a big brother, man. So you was physically scrapping with,
oh
man.
yeah,
I know after that, could nobody tell you nothing after you
oh yeah,
physically scrap with pops, huh?
yeah.
Okay.
It was yeah, this we were physically scrapping, and then I ran away for like a week, and then just to really clear my mind, like, and he thought I was going to school, but I was still going to school, all that stuff. And I had a stepsister. She was trying to find me, but like everybody would tell her like I'm cool, and I would still be at school, but like they just couldn't find me. So his solution was, since you want to run away, I'm gonna take out the football team because I know that's what you love.
Okay.
So then the whole basketball thing was, I don't want him coming to my games because I don't want the stress of him trying to talk to me, trying to say, "Oh, you play too emotional," or "You do this," and we end up fighting again.
Mm.
So when he asked for my schedule, I said, "Look, I don't want you coming to my games." I told him like that, and I told him why. I was like, "Look, I don't want that added stress. I just, I just love just being by myself, so I don't have to really think that you're at the game. I gotta play to a certain way so you could be happy." So
Oh,
when he, so when he said that, that became an argument, screaming match,
oh.
and then after that we fought again, and then I think the
You
night
fought again physically, another physical fight.
that we got into a couple times. It wasn't just one time.
Okay.
So after that night we fought, I think the night of or the day after, I get a call from my mom was like, "Hey, your dad said you have to come live with me. He got you a ticket already, but if
Okay.
he and she told me if you don't take this ticket, he called the cops on you for a runaway."
Oh, okay. Okay.
So so then I was like, okay, I had nothing to do. I'm just leave. And what I hated that because it's middle basketball season. Really, this was the end of sports for me. So I had needed just something because I didn't get no interest from football, and I had no interest in basketball. But I knew basketball was over. But it just having fun. I can just play the season out with my fellas.
Right.
And so what's it called? So I think when the night of, I found out like the
And
night when I got all my stuff, where he packed all my stuff, and I had to go to this bus station, which was a bus, which is crazy because I thought it was a plane ticket.
right.
When I found it was a bus, I was like, bro, I don't respect you even more because you wasn't even man enough to put me on a flight to Arkansas with my mom.
Right.
But you got me bus riding in middle of Christmas. This is Christmas week, 4 days before, 3 days before Christmas, because I got there the day after Christmas. So it's like, bro, you got me on the bus. I'm 17, and it's like, but you put me on the bus. So now I feel weak because I had all this stuff going on, and then you got me on a bus by myself. Don't know how to use a bus at all. Like
Right.
almost got lost in Los Angeles because I didn't know what bus to catch.
Right.
So it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that happened. So for me to come back to Cali from Arkansas, I need to find somewhere to stay, and I need to like find what my game plan was because I knew from jump I'm gonna come back to Laney,
Okay.
but I didn't figure out what am I going like how am I gonna provide for myself because I have no help. So what can I do to play at Laney and really stay there for 2 years?
Right. Man, that adds a lot of context. We got the behind the scene exclusive
Yeah,
with
it's
with
it's it's
with
a
Lane.
crazy story.
It is, man. But I'm gonna be straight with you. When I was watching it, I saw your point of view for real. Like as I stated before. Then when I was watching like your father speak, I saw that he was very hurt as well.
Yeah,
And I wanted, me not knowing how the show works, who's behind the scenes and how it goes down, but I was wanting them to kind of bring you two together. Did anyone in the show try to say, well, your father said this, and he did anyone try to mediate that situation like behind the scenes, the last chance you?
I mean, not the camera crew itself, but like my friend's parents, because he would go to them and talk about it like, oh look, your father really loves you. Me and my grandma, who would live with them at the time, they was like, Jarvis, he kept crying all the time about how much he misses you, about how he messed up.
Uh,
He said all this stuff, but it's like we was at a point where I was like back then we was at a point where, well, okay, I don't know about him. I was at a point where if I see the dude, I'm gonna punch him in his face. And I won't have no remorse.
okay.
Um, And it took me a lot for it. It took me a lot of people trying to talk to me, trying to calm me down. Like, look, just trying to hear him out, just talk to him.
Yeah.
So where that scene was, where I was at his house, not my grandma's house. That was his house, but my grandma came to visit.
Mm-hmm.
I came over there strictly for her. I wanted her to come outside so I could talk to her outside because I didn't want to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
But she had wanted to play dumb and say she was sick and stay inside the house. So
Your
then that's
grandmother, man. What? Hold on, man. That's your grandmother, man. You can't talk about your grandmother like that, man.
man, I love it. I love her, but like she knew what she was doing. I was
Of
like, come
course,
on,
she knew
grandma.
what she was doing.
Yeah,
She's not playing dumb. She's being really smart. She trying to
yeah.
bring her grandbaby and her baby together. That's what grandmothers
Man,
do.
it
So
was
she was
it was
like,
a
"Come on,
lot.
no, baby, come on inside, baby."
Yeah, I was like, man, I wasn't trying to do it. So the whole talk, like everybody told me, like when me and Jarvis had a conversation inside the house, everybody can feel the vibe. It's like it was weird. Like we was still butting heads. It was still weird for us to really, really talk.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. It's like he felt like from him. I think he thought he would never see me again. When I went to Arkansas, I felt like he thought he would never see me in California again, and thought like he won't see me, so he's cool. Like he don't have to worry about me no more.
Right.
But when the big news that hey Dior's coming back, oh
Oh,
let me
right.
fix up let me fix something with my son. I want to see my son. I want to fix him. But it's like,
Okay.
but you thought in your mind like you will never see me again. I'm finna be in Arkansas, stuck with my mom, and I'll have to find ways back out there.
Okay.
But hearing that I'm coming back, now you want to fix something. It's like it's weird. It was weird for me to be honest.
Yeah. The whole show, all the stuff was weird for you.
Man, yeah, no, yeah, that's the whole show that's another story.
Yeah, that's another story. All right, well, look, we'll get into that in just 1 second. But I could, you probably don't want to hear this, but I could see so many similarities between you and your father, bro. Like just as far as posture, how you guys carry yourselves, right? But then also, like he said something. I'm gonna get it wrong, but he said something to whereas yeah, my son's really stubborn. And he said, I know another guy that looks like him that's just as stubborn as he is. And that resonated with me. It's you guys don't, because you guys are so similar. That's why you guys are all bumping heads. He probably fought his father when he was young. His father probably fought his father. It's probably
Yeah.
did you ever see that? Can you see that? Can you see the similarities between yourself and your father?
No, I see the similarities. My father, he didn't have his father in his life, so they never fought. But like, he's trying to say like he did the best he can
Okay,
to raise
okay,
me. But no, I
yeah.
know it's.
He
I
didn't have.
look back at it, I look back at it, and it's so much similarities. It's like, man, it's like this. This is the reason why I grow a goatee out. I can grow a beard out, but I feel like I look like him. I look like Jarvis so much. Like if I grow the beard out, it's gonna be worse. So that's why I keep a goatee. It's so much we look alike. It's like I'm a spitting image that I do, but I hate it so much. It's but I can't run from it.
No,
I
that's
can't run.
you, bro. That's you, man. Listen, how you feel about him is how you feel about yourself. That's you. That's 50% of you.
That's
There's
50%.
it's no getting around that. Listen, I'll say this, bro. Like, look, man, I beefed with my father so heavily, bro. Like coming up, he was absent because him and my mother divorced, you know what I mean? So he got out when I was young. I didn't realize at the time that they're both, they're human beings. Like they make mistakes, relationship goes away. They're both very stubborn. Like my mom and my father both very very stubborn. Whatever. They couldn't make the relationship work. um I hated. I had a lot of bad things to say about my dad, bro. Like I was at I'll call him out as I don't even want to say some of the things that I would say about my
Yeah.
father. And I tell you what, man, I didn't realize that he was really a good man. I just hadn't heard his side of the story. I didn't realize that
Mhm.
until he passed away in 2018.
Mhm.
Until he passed away. And it's a lot of things that it's a lot of times and a lot of things that I wish that I could go to him for. And I wish that I could say, wow, bro, you did, you were a good man. I wasn't able to say that my father was a good man and speak to him the way that I'm speaking of him to you right now
Yeah.
until he passed away. And I don't know that he ever knew that I felt that way about him, because we, and everybody was always like, we are so similar. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? It's just like, oh man, just at the funeral, hearing people say things about him, it was just like, oh man, it was I think I so let me I think that the reason I think that that's perpetuated in our community. The father versus the son. F my dad. My daddy's
Yeah.
a bitch. Oh, suck ass. We hear
Yeah.
that in the music. We hear it in the street.
Hear it a
We
lot.
hear it. Yo, it's normal. Like
Yeah.
it's super normal. In our community, it's super normal.
Right.
But then, like I said, bro, like you can't hate your dad without hating your sister. That's why I was just like, man, I wish the producers would have been like, yo, man, hold on, man. Y'all sit down, man. Let's see if we can get to, find some common ground or something like that.
It
But
was it was something like I was trying to give him his praise too. I would never say that man's a bad father. He's a hell
uh,
of a father. He raised me.
right,
I'm saying we can't connect. But I'm not gonna say he's not a bad, he's a terrible dude. That's a great dude. Like outside of me and him, everybody else have great relationships with him. He's a great
okay,
dude.
okay,
Great father to my little to my little brother. He's great. It's just me and him. We got
yeah,
to so I
yeah,
would never talk bad about, oh, he's a terrible father. He ain't no real man. Nah,
yeah,
he get his business done.
yeah,
But
yeah,
just for
yeah,
me and him, it's just
yeah.
we're not gonna connect soon. This is soon.
He didn't have no rule book. He didn't have no rule book. He didn't have no dad, so he was whatever, probably trying
Yeah.
to overcompensate with you and all that. But so now, right now, your relationship is still in the air. You're in Hawaii. I would imagine that had you. You was just like you was in a bay for a little bit. Now you're back in Hawaii, right? Well, let me say this. You just finished the season. You guys won a bowl game,
Yes,
right?
sir.
You
Yes.
guys won a bowl game, man. How do you feel about your first season playing D1 ball?
Man, it was a lot of ups and downs with that one too. Just because is all right, I'm dream since I was a little boy. Like I want to play D1. I want to play D1.
Mhm.
And then and it's like I have a little bit obstacles, barriers. Like I gotta go to JUCO first. No team's really interested in me, and finally I'm at D1. So it's like, ooh, I made it, but I'm a walk on. So it's a feeling like I'm tasting success. I'm not really eating it. I'm licking it. Like
Mhm.
I don't have it yet. So I'm still working hard every day because my tuition still got to get paid.
Mm.
It's not like everybody else where their tuition is paid and they're cool. I still got to find ways to pay for myself, still provide for myself. So it's a humble feeling. It's not a
Mm.
blessing yet.
Mhm.
It's a humble feeling because I'm there, but I'm not truly there yet. So and for me to even play this season, I was thinking about redshirting, just get bigger, get bulker, and then once we find out this year's a free year, so don't count. Hey, why not? Why not just try going there and see what we can do? So for me to play punt return and kick return, that was like, man, I can really do this at the level. So it was a great feeling. It was just a great experience, just coming out of JUCO where everything you gotta get out the mud, gotta get out the mud. Boom, I'm in paradise. Like playing D1 football is truly a blessing. It's just, oh, this is crazy, man.
what 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 else do you have to do to get a scholarship? You suited up, you went to all the practices, you played in how many games did you play in?
What? I mean, I played the whole season, but
Played in
like
all games. You played in every game,
put up every
touched the
game.
ball. You're a factor. Well, why what do you have to do to get a scholarship around there?
I mean, just really just stay patient, work hard, trying to do whatever I did last year. Obviously, was enough. So keep this spring season, work even harder, get even bigger, know the playbook even more, know how to know defenses, try new positions. They got me a new position now. I'm not gonna say it, I'm not gonna spoil it, but really, really just stay patient. Don't be like, oh, it's the coaches. The coaches don't like me. Nah, just stay patient because I seen people at the D1 level take this for granted.
Right.
And it's like, bro, I was sleeping in my car trying to get an opportunity, bro. Like, but go ahead and waste it so I can come in and pick it up. So that's what it is. I'm gonna tell you, hey, but you're slacking off, bro. But if you want to keep slacking off, hey, you don't want it as bad as me. So
Yeah.
that's what they tell me, bro. Just be patient and not trying to point fingers. Just trying to do better. Trying to be better. So hopefully it's gonna come soon. Hopefully it's gonna come soon.
what was the high point of your season?
Man, the high point of my season was what? Boise week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh Finally at punt return, like it wasn't solidified yet, but it was like Boise week, it was like, okay, let's see what we can do. So I got a punt return and it was somebody like 2 yards away from me. And
Mm-hmm.
that's close. And they come in blazing speed. So I went back, I went towards back and then came through, split like two people, and then I almost made a big return, but it was like 7, 8 yards. But I was like, bruh,
But
it's for,
you made how many people miss? How many people did you make
like two
miss?
people missed, two people
Yeah,
missed
two people
within
miss. Yep.
within like 2 yards.
Yeah.
So after that, I got to confidence. I'm like, okay, I can play D1 ball, and it's like I can't be scared no more. So it's good.
Yeah.
And then my name gets like brought in like the papers, like, oh, Dior Scott, Dior Scott found new position at punt return, and then my head coach was like, oh yeah, I love Dior. He wants the ball. He don't want to fair catch the ball, and that was my thing. I don't want to fair catch the ball because this is my only opportunity because I know I'm not gonna get no opportunities this year at receiver. So the only time I want the ball is at return. So whenever the ball's in the air, I'm not trying to fair catch the ball. So he was like, oh, I love how he's aggressive. He wants the ball. He's just like me. I'm like, man, that was my highlight. And then I just kept working in there, and then I stayed there the whole year, so it was good.
Man, bro. So you won a bowl game, but you were also on you were on the state championship winning Laney squad, right? Which feeling was better, winning a bowl game D1 or winning that state championship at the community college level?
I think winning the state championship,
Okay.
it was
Okay.
just a better
Okay.
feeling. Just because it's like at the state championship, I did something there,
Hmm.
but it just it's state. It feels so better than just a ball game. Oh, you won a
Okay.
ball game, bro, you
Okay.
won state. Like out of what 168 teams
Yeah.
playing in Callan,
Uh-huh.
we the number one team that came on top. It's like, but that's now for me, that was a bigger feeling. Yeah, the ball game's gonna be bigger just for me. It felt more personal winning state than just a ball game. Hopefully, we can win more meaningful ball games. And the ball game was huge for me too. But it didn't feel like I did anything. It didn't feel like I contribute. But at the state game, I contribute the whole year. So it felt more personal. It felt like, yeah, I earned that medal. I earned that ring.
Okay. Okay, for sure, bro. So we gotta go back to last chance you. Like I said, man, you know, you lightweight famous now, bro. Like you lightweight a celebrity on these streets, bro. Like what man, what was that like having TMZ paparazzi cameras follow you everywhere you go, like to your grandmother? Like what was that experience like? Just you driving. I noticed that scene you driving through the tunnel and you talking and just like, but you got the camera there. Like, what was that like, bro? Like,
Man, it was just like what the first 2 weeks. So like the first 2 weeks we had the cameras. It was still scared because we all thought Last Chance U was gonna be rumored. Like we was like, bro, Last Chance U, they ain't finna come to California, they ain't finna come to Laney, especially. It's like, bro, it's whatever, bro. But when they came, we was like, oh, they here really. So it was like, okay. So what I love about Beam had us in a meeting. Beam's like, this is where your brand's gonna be created. So
ooh,
whatever you do on this show is gonna follow you for a lifetime. So
ooh,
our thing was create our brand, like create your brand, create your legacy from here. So whatever you're gonna do something stupid, camera's gonna see. Whatever you do is gonna be for life. So how we all conducted ourselves, that's what I love. How we all conducted ourselves as like young men trying to really grind. Like we didn't take anything for granted. That's what I love about how the way we did stuff, like we didn't change anything like that. We was still us. Like that same goofy kid who was on Last Chance U is the kid now. Like nothing has never changed for me. But nah, it wasn't like the first 2 weeks. It was weird, just like having a camera on you. So he's like, bro, like what should I do? Like, should I stand this way? But then, like after the 2 weeks, bro, it just got comfortable. It's just all right, they there. It is what it is. Um,
Yeah, hey, hey, hold on, man. A few things that you just said had me thinking. Like, one, you said nothing has changed.
man.
Man, I hear you, but come on, bro. I was checking you out on IG, bro. You got like 40,000 IG followers, bro. You got like 40,000. What's the Instagram, by the way?
Instagram is what my name.
What is your IG handle?
IG handle is DiGiorno for cheese.
Okay, so for cheese,
Yeah.
follow that man. But you have 40,000 followers. That like that's different. Like it was not that way before you on the show. And then and
It
then
was it was like 200 at a time.
there you go. That's different. And then also, man, like I know you get a lot more attention from the ladies on top of that. And so I'm just wondering what I'm sure your personality is the same. You're still a humble person, you still work hard, you still have your ethics together, you still don't want any handouts, all those things that are the same, but the things around you have changed. And
Yeah.
what is it like to navigate through that?
I mean, that's a good question. I gotta handle. Yeah, my some it's like I can say things never change, but I gotta handle myself a certain way now. I just can't go out and be about because now I don't got a target on my back, but there's flashlights on me. There's lights on me now. So whatever move I make, everybody's gonna know. So oh, last chance you Dior is failing in grades or drop out.
Right.
Everybody's gonna know. They gonna figure out the second it happens, and that's what I love. Like when people seen that 3.0 scholar on me, they would shout out like, "Oh, Dior's doing his work in school." Like it's like little stuff like that. I'm like, oh, like I've been doing this. But that's another story too. Like I've been doing this, but it's like now it's amplified even more just because I got the whole world watching me. It's
Mhm.
not just like the Bay; it's the whole world watching my every move. So now it's not stress or stuff like oh I gotta do this because the world's. I'm just living me. That's just what it is. But I gotta understand I'm not the average person. So
Yeah.
whatever move I make, people's gonna know.
Yeah. You gotta move different. And the
Yeah.
other thing that I peeped was Beam, your coach John Beam set you down, set you guys down and said, "This is your brand. You start creating your brand right now." When I think of a brand, I think about money. I think about you being able to cash that brand in and get some dough. You talked about you basically got to move differently. I hear a lot of rappers, talk like, oh, I can't just be rolling around the hood anymore. I got to watch what I do and
Yeah.
things like that. And other entertainers say things like that, right? And I know that Last Chance you, they made a lot of money off of the show. Is there any way that you can create the Dior? Have you thought about creating your own brand and cashing in? I don't know. I hope it don't violate any NCAA rules or sanctions or anything like that. But like, I have some quotes written down from. I'm trying to tell people I can do this by myself. I don't need no handouts. You ever thought about putting it on a shirt,
Yeah.
somehow hustling that Dior brand? Like, what's up? How can you get your money? Because so many other people are making money off of you.
Yeah, but so I started something, Stray Dog, and
Tell
it
us
was
about it.
what's it called? I put a quote on Twitter, and
Mm-hmm.
it's my pinned tweet actually. It's basically how I feel about Stray Dog and why I feel like I'm a stray dog, and that's been my thing since I tweeted that. That's been my whole thing. So if you see some stuff I tweet out or some stuff I say on Instagram, it has hashtag Stray Dog.
Yes.
That's my brand. That's what
Yes.
I'm trying to do. That's what I'm
So
trying to do.
I can buy a Stray Dog shirt.
Not right now because I'm still in the process. Like, I'm not in the process. I'm not gonna say in the process. It's but I'm trying to figure out a way like how can I put that on a shirt because I got ideas. I'm trying to like make a logo. It's been people trying to help me trying to make this brand like make like help me trying to create profit on it.
Mhm.
But I'm trying to see how to do this legally with NCAA. I'm still trying to put how to put on a shirt, but I got my thing. Stray dogs. Stray dogs, and I got no handouts. That's my stuff. That's for me.
Yeah,
So just I think next year I'm gonna start wearing it for like workout gear, and I'm gonna just put it on IG so I can get promoted and stuff all like that. So that's the plan. That's the plan for right now. But right now, my main thing right now is just trying to get a scholarship.
yeah,
Really just really do good in school and stuff like that. Cause I'm not even 21 yet. I turned 21 in March. I'm still I'm not a little boy, but I'm still a kid. For me, I'm still a kid.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So what are you more active on Twitter or on Instagram or
I'm not active on neither, to be honest.
are you not active on any of them?
I don't like. I don't do the whole social media stuff. I just can't be like that. I can't be. I do some. Oh, I gotta tweet this out. I gotta post this so people can like me. No, I just. If you see me, you know I'm not really a big social media guy. I
Yeah,
might post a picture or I might post like some of my story, but I don't try to. I don't really try to be that big on social media. Like this mental health advocate stuff. When people start
yeah,
calling me a mental health advocate, I
yeah,
didn't know what to do with that because
yeah.
I was like, whoa. I wasn't thinking like that. I was just trying to play ball. I was
Right,
trying to find what
right,
it
right.
like when people's like, "Oh, you're a mental health advocate." I'm like, bro, I appreciate that. I'm gonna take that in. And at first, I was like, I don't want that tag because I don't want people to act like I'm fake or I'm trying to do this for publicity. No, because public mental health, that's something serious.
Mhm.
That's a serious step, and I didn't want to just have that tag like, oh, I'm a mental health advocate. Oh, come follow me, come see what I do. No, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful for me and for people who's out there who really struggling with mental health. I'm not gonna play that role. I
Yeah,
I, I can't be me.
you can't be the advocate. Okay, so let me. So
I
there was
can.
there was. Oh, you can. You said you
I
can do that.
I can be the advocate, but I'm not gonna put that role out and be disrespectful to somebody who really needs that help. And
So
like
let me just while you think about that, I just want to explain to the people there was an episode where you were having panic attacks. You were having panic attacks because your living situation was unstable. You were living out of your car. You're also having beef with your father, and he was pressing really hard trying to get in touch with you in football as well. And there was just a lot of pressure that you were facing, and you opened up and you said that you were having a panic attack. You expressed it to your coach. Your coach called his wife, and she began to do certain things like to calm you down. And when I saw that, I thought that you were very brave. I just really applauded you for that because I played a little bit of football, not at that level. I didn't play at the community college level, didn't make it that far, but I did play a little football when I was younger, and I know the culture and the nature of football. And the nature of football is you never say that you're physically hurt. You never, my brother told me, you never asked to be taken out of the game. Like it was serious. Like you never show pain ever. And with that, I think what happens with people is either after they finish playing football or when they go home, they're a mess. They don't know how to deal with their emotions. They don't know how to be human. They don't know how to find their identity outside of a football player because they've totally bought into this notion that you're a beast, you're an animal, and you're not like a human being. So when you did that, I thought that that was a very powerful thing to do, and I can see how people can see that and say, whoa, that's a really breakthrough moment for mental health. And now you're kind of, it sounds like you said you didn't know what to do with it because I guess you didn't see it. You were just being honest in the moment, but you have to understand that the culture of football is you're never honest about how you feel. And I would say the culture of masculinity in general, you never talk about how you feel. I mean, you should, but I'm saying like that's some of the fallout. That's something we need to work on. And to see someone as young as you kind of like speaking to that, like, no, like I'm hold up, like I got to deal with this right now. In practice, man, I just want to commend you, man. I thought that that was a really dope thing for you to do. So like people talking about you being a mental health advocate, as far as your future, that could possibly be a future for you. Maybe being a therapist or talking to athletes about how they're feeling and whatnot. Like how do you feel about that? Maybe what's your major? Maybe you could be a psych major or something like that. You ever thought about that?
Now, I thought about it. My major right now is it's interdisciplinary studies. I can't say it all the
Mhm.
time, but it's a mix. So it's kinesiology slash sociology mix. So I can go in any field with that. Physical therapy. I thought about really like sports psychology, helping
Mhm.
players out there. I thought about that avenue. It's just I'm still thinking on what I want to do if this football, like once this football stuff's over,
Yeah.
what I want to do. So it's I got a whole lot of lanes I want to go down, but I know eventually I'm about to narrow it down. But yeah, I thought about being a motivational speaker. I can't
Hmm.
because I stutter too much. I don't know what to say. Um, I
That
thought
makes it
about like
real.
help. I thought about helping. I thought about helping athletes out with their mental health and stuff like that. It's I don't know. Last Chance U has opened a lot of doors for me, to be honest. And
Yeah.
that I think that one scene really blew up because it was like when I finally like open up about how I feel about stuff, that's people's like, oh, I love your story. I love like it was really strong for you how to really open up to your coach and tell the world about how you feel.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm like, yo, like, I wasn't even thinking like that. I was like, bro, I got a panic attack. It's my first ever anxiety attack. I don't know what to do. So when I went to Coach Beam, that was like I wasn't trying to flex for the cameras. I wasn't trying to do this for like ratings. But I'm serious. I need help. I don't know what to do. So I came to
Yeah.
him like man to man, like bro, I need help.
Yeah. That was a real breakthrough moment, man. I thought that that was cool. I thought the way that he dealt with it was cool as well. And I like that it was a natural moment and you told people, hey, because I mean, listen, we're talking about kids committing suicide, kids cutting themselves, kids abusing drugs and alcohol, all because they don't know how to express how they feel. And so, yeah, you like I said, man, you did that before. I mean, you did that on the show, and I thought that that was really powerful. I want to see you, man. This is really cool because you got a lot of doors are open for you, but I want to see somebody from Last Chance U really cash in and like really make some dough. I'm gonna be straight, man, and I'm just gonna be real from my standpoint. I so there's a scene like you're living in your car and they're following you around with a camera, but ultimately they're going to make money off of this. Like it was a highly rated show. And I was just like, it kind of disappointed me that in season after season, they can watch all these kids' struggles, but they can't like you don't you just know what's the kickback. Like you giving them money, like followers don't necessarily mean money. And so I did what how what did that did you think about that at all? Like how like man they about to make dough off of this. Like did that bother you at all?
Um, no, it didn't. I knew like yeah, they finna make money and they can't help us just because of NCAA. Because
Mm-hmm.
if they try to help us, NCAA gonna get involved. They gonna try to make a huge investigation on
Mm-hmm.
how'd you get this, where'd you get that from, and it's like they're doing their job, and I appreciate that because now everybody knows the struggle of Cali JUCO football from us, and I truly appreciate that.
Right.
Am I y'all really concerned about the money? It's like nah, because I'm not really like I of course I want to make that dough. Of course I gotta provide for myself, but it's like if I just want to do this for dollar signs, what am I really doing it for?
Um, when you say do this, you mean you would do what for what do
My story, like my
oh
story, send my story out, like do what I do. If I just want, oh, I'm just gonna do this story just because of money. It's like, man, then you really, then your struggle is not like it's not really heartfelt. It's just
right.
you just want to see green at the end of the tunnel. Like you don't really want to go through the struggle. Like I didn't care for the money. All I care for, man, I was getting a scholarship. I didn't get out of the Bay Area. I'm tired of living in my car because it's cold sometimes. I can't really stretch out like I really want to. It was real. It was serious, and the money I didn't care about the money. I know, yeah, they finna use my name. They finna get paychecks off this, but hey, they got it how they got it. I'ma still trying to find a way to get this money.
Yeah, for sure, and you should. And I want to push back a little bit. You know, when the preacher preaches, he takes up a collection he gets money.
Mhm.
When um the show, the movies that you watch, somebody writes down an autobiography, they get paid for that. That's their story. That doesn't make their story any less impactful or any less true, but it's an exchange. Like, I'm gonna exchange my story to get some money. That, I mean, maybe that's not the objective. You want to impact lives for sure. You want to motivate people. You want to do all those things. But the top motivational speakers, they do tours around the world. They don't do it for free. And I
Nah.
want to say this, man, young black male athlete, there's nothing wrong with getting your money. Like, I'm gonna say that NCAA violations and all of that. Sure, you have to be. I want to say, you can't say it. Don't say anything. But I think the NCAA is very shady. You don't have to say anything. Don't say anything. I want you to get that scholarship. I said it, not him. But I definitely think that young athletes should be paid. And I think that if there's a show in which, you see young people struggling, I mean, if they can't get paid, maybe, a few years later, I hope that maybe you kept the card, the videographer's card, the producer's card. Maybe you want to enter the business, and maybe you can network with them that way. But I definitely want to see you not just be famous, but I want to see you get paid for it. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
For sure, for sure, man. So yeah, bro, like that's awesome. So you did that. I was wondering, when you were staying in your car, you still managed to be so motivated and not discouraged. Where did that come from? You're couch surfing, you're living in your car, but you still like, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. Where did that grind come from?
Um, man, I'm not gonna lie. Jarvis has something to do with it a little bit. Like
You
he,
calling your dad by your first name is killing me, man.
I'm not
But
gonna
go ahead. Go
lie.
ahead though. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jarvis, he has something to do. He did instill that in me a little bit, but then it came to a point where like I felt like he wasn't like the moves he made. He was like I felt like he wasn't really on my side, so that made me even grind any hard. That made me grind even harder.
Mhm.
And then it's just from what I did at school. Like I didn't go to the best school. I wasn't really looked at. Like I wasn't really. I didn't have no stars. I wasn't really looked at. Oh, he's that guy.
Mhm.
But so that made me grinding harder because I'm seeing everybody else like who I'm friends with, who I talk to, they get all this camera time, they getting all this wealth from the media, and like they getting these scholarships. I'm not getting nothing. So I was like, bro, I'm like, I know I'm better than him, but he here getting this scholarship. So I'm gonna have to keep working harder. And then like me living in a car. I work even harder because I'm not trying to live in a car for the rest of my life. I'm not trying to be homeless for the rest of my life. So I'm gonna have to work 2 times harder than the next dude just because it's just I gotta go back to a car and I don't want to have this feeling ever again. Like I feel like I hit rock bottom. So there's nothing much more just to keep striving to go to the top.
Okay.
And really just I was never negative about stuff. Like even with the car stuff. I think I only cried about me being in a car one time. And that was like the beginning of me. That was like the beginning of okay, I gotta sleep in my car. That was the only time I cried about being in the car. Other than that, it was just, hey, you in the car, and so what, bro? You want to get the scholarship somewhere. You're not gonna be here forever. You're gonna eat steak and lobster somewhere else. So let's grind right now. Let's grind right now. It's gonna happen.
I for sure. You talked about, well, in the show, they had you working at Wingstop. You was cleaning bathrooms. You was dealing with people with complicated orders. It was you they put you through a lot of Wingstop. Walk us through your last day at Wingstop when you told them you didn't have to work here anymore, and you were going off to Hawaii. How did your last day at Wingstop play out?
Man, it was man, I hate that job. Uh man, but it was my last day. I already knew I was leaving, like, but for me, I was thinking, should I go out with a bang or like should I go out professionally? I was thinking, I quit. Get y'all, I'm done. I'm out of here. But it's like, bruh, I need this last check. So I don't know if they're gonna make yeah. It was, I don't
So-
know. Like I quit in stages. Like yeah,
How did that go? You quitting stages? What does that mean? You start leaving work early?
yeah. Like I started being late for work. I started being late for work and didn't care. And like I started being late for work and like I had a car, so it was no risk for me to be late. But I'll be late for work, like, oh, I'm here work, I'm working out extra. Sorry. I start cutting my days up. I'm like, I can only work so many, like at the end, I only worked like 2 days. And I told them I can only work 2 days, bro. But I could have worked the whole week. I just didn't want to. Like, so it's like that. And then I was like, okay, I'm finna leave. What should I do? Because should I go out with a bang or like try to be professional? So then I was like, nah, let me be professional. And just in case I can like put some resume. So I was working and then not the boss, like supervisor. Like she was like we was cool, but like she didn't like me for some reason. I don't know why. And then I told her, I was like, look, can I put in my 2 weeks? This I'm finna leave. I was finna fire you anyway, so it is what it is.
Oh man.
I'm out of here, bro. I don't need this no more. I'm finna leave. So that's how it went, bro. That's my last day. That's my last day on Wingstop.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So, what does the future look like for Dior Scott?
Man, what's the future look like? The future, I think my first goal right now is my first goal is change my name legally, to be honest. I'm really like I thought about it. I talked to my mom about it. Like I'm really gonna go out and really change my name legally, so it's not like a publicity stunt. My
Change
name
your name to what? What are you going to change your
is
name
Scott.
to? Oh, it's Walker. Oh, your father's last name is Walker.
Yeah, my father's last name is Walker, so I'm gonna change it back to my mother's maiden name, which is Scott. That's why I put Dior Walker Scott, just because legally it's there, and I'm gonna have to put it there. But if you see how like if you see in the season Hawaii, my name is just Dior Scott in the media because I told him to put him at. But I think I think once I get off this call, I'm gonna try to see what can I do to what like what stages are to put my name as Dior Scott. That's my thing. And I think after that it's just really nothing much gonna change. I'm gonna still keep grinding, still be that straight dog, still trying to earn that scholarship, and hopefully I don't know if I'm a red shirt this year or not. We're gonna see how spring football is. But I'm gonna still play football. I'm still be in Hawaii. I don't see me leaving anywhere else. But yeah, nothing's gonna change. Like the kid gonna still be the kid. The goofy kid still gonna be the goofy kid. Uh, I'm still keep working hard, striving. That's just it.
Okay. You see yourself mending things with your father anytime soon?
No,
No.
we did. I'm what 2 days ago. 2 days ago, he tried to talk to my friend's mom about talking to me because it was my last day in the Bay, and then we tried to talk out. That didn't go work out at all.
Mm,
We didn't fight, but it was like, yeah, bro. I told him, I said, yeah, man, this not working out.
okay.
This you need to find a way to like just leave me alone for a little bit and stop trying to talk to me so quick. Like, let me sit here, let me do me first. Stop trying to rush this process of like, well, I just want to hug my son. I just want to do this stuff. And it's like, bro, it's like how I'm feeling right now is like I know people's gonna be like, oh, you gotta he's your dad, you gotta forgive him. Something. It's like, bro, I'm at a stage was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to forgive him. I'm gonna have to do all this stuff. But you wasn't there. You don't know how I feel about stuff. So you can't tell me how to feel. And with him, it's just like, bro, you got to learn. Like, maybe it's not the right time for us to really talk right now because every time we talk, it goes left. We end up fighting. So it's just let's just be away for a little while. Let's just part ways until I'm ready to really sit down and talk to you without having anger. Like it's just a lot of stuff with him. It's just people telling me learn how to forgive but not forget. That's what I'm still working on.
Okay.
Um, I'm not trying to be like malice towards him or be like evil towards him. So I keep telling him, look, man, let me just be me right now. Stop trying to talk to me every time you hear my name on ESPN or every time you hear my name in the social media. Just all right, you see my name, all right, it is what it is. Just let it be it is. Stop trying to go to other people trying to talk to me.
Okay. Okay. Now, you have, whether you want to believe it or not, you have a lot of fans out there now. A lot of people invested in your life. A lot of people invested in your story. What do you want to tell them, those people that want to see you do well and they're rooting for you? What would you like to say to them?
Well, I like to say that I want to call them fans. That sounds evil.
You have fans, bro. You do.
Supporters. I want to say to my supporters, man. My supporters. Man, thank you so much. This no, like I y'all gave a kid from the Bay Area life, man. Y'all really support me. I never thought it would be like this for me, to be honest. I just want to say thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all. Um, I'm gonna still do me. I'm gonna still keep grinding. I'm never gonna forget y'all. Just thank y'all keep supporting me. And I think once I'm able to give back to y'all, I'm gonna try to find a way to give back, especially to Hawaii. I need to find a way to give back to Hawaii because they gave me a lot ever since I came in. They embraced me as one of their own, and I'm truly grateful for that. So I need to find a way how to give back to Hawaii before I leave this island. So really, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Shouts out to the Bay, man. Y'all raised a kid, man. Y'all put me through a grind. Y'all put me through a struggle, but I love it. I love being from the Bay. It's something different about being from the Bay from anywhere else, to be honest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you say the Bay raised the kid. I say the Bay raised the man. Uh, Dior Walker Scott, ladies and gentlemen, he's making us all very proud in Hawaii. He keeps grinding, and we are all behind him, and we wish him the best on the field and in life.
Yes.
So peace, love, and happiness.
Oh, hold on, hold on,
Oh,
hold
oh, hold up. What's up, bro? What's up?
on.
What up? What up? The stage is yours.
Y'all don't understand. Me and Mr. Porter, like Mr. Porter was my teacher. Well, it was a little bit my teacher. Man, Mr. Porter is a great teacher. Hell of a dude, funny guy. But fun fact is, I couldn't do his class. I couldn't do his class.
Should I hold on? You want me to tell him the story? Yeah. I don't know if you want me to tell him the story.
We should tell him the story. Man,
I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it. All right, so fun fact about me. I'm actually a professor at Laney College. And so Dior comes, this is the summer of 2018 or 19. Is it the summer 2019?
Summer of 2019, yeah, 2019.
The summer of 2019, Dior comes in my class and he's going maybe the first day or two, something like that. He
I
came
think first week.
the first week, but the first few days, Dior is in the class and he's engaged and he's charismatic and he's cool and I'm doing my thing. I'm all over the place. I'm passionate about what I'm teaching. He comes to me he comes to me after class and I'm like, yeah, brother, you know what's going on? And he said, hey, like, how do you grade? Like, is this class like going to be super intense? Is it going to be easy? Like, let me know. And I said, brother, like, oh, I grade. I said, this, I'm definitely going to hold you accountable. It's real deal. And he said, all right, for sure. I appreciate you being honest. Last time I saw him was on TV. Next time I saw him was on Netflix. I said, what happened to what happened to homie? There was other football players in there. What happened to? He was like, oh, well, I don't know.
Man, I'm gonna
I said, oh man, okay, all right, right on. I thought the brother didn't want no handouts. Oh no.
I'm gonna tell y'all. Yeah.
But
That,
nah, man, that's what. Nah, that I mean, I'm exaggerating though, because we had I seen you around campus, and we also like we were on Snapchat, like we
yeah.
communicate on Snapchat and all that type of stuff. But nah, man, still super.
Man, that was funny.
Yeah, man.
I'm
You
gonna tell
got your grades together though.
from my side. No, I was doing good at Lenny, and then this your class came. I'm like, all right. And I heard like Mr. Porter, oh, he a cool dude. I'm like, all right, bet. And then nobody like so went there the first day, and I'm like, okay, I'm loving this class. I'm really like into it. Okay. Like, I'm gonna love this class and it's gonna be fine. And then I seen the work, I said, whoa, whoa. And you had us reading a book. I said, no, I can't read this book. And then my thing was, man, I'm just finna because we had the football team was in there. Like it was like the football team. So I'm like, okay, I'm finna help, like I'm finna get help from my football teammates. Nah, that didn't work out too. So I'm like, man, let me just go miss a part of myself, man, because I said, and it was luckily like the first week, so I still had time to really change my class if I needed to. So I said, Mr. Porter, man, I love your class, man. You one hell of a teacher, like you one of the best teachers out. You're a hell of a teacher, man. How do you grade? What's the word? You told me from the team, like, man, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna talk, but it's gonna be some work. And then from when you say it's gonna be some work, I won't be in your class, bro. But then you put your Snapchat. I was like, man, he's he's a crazy teacher. I'm finna add him on Snapchat just because we cool like that. I'm gonna add him on Snapchat. But man, I can't do your work, man. It's gonna mess up my academics, man. I was doing good. I can't do it right now. And plus, I have political science too, so I couldn't do double the work. I'm cool. I was like, man, we could be great friends outside of class, but man. Your class, nah, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it.
Hey, you know what? I thought about it like, I mean, that was the honest to God truth, but I was just like, I wasn't trying to scare you off. Like I wanted you to stay in the class. He was like, I appreciate it. He's like, I'm going. Like, he was straight to the counselors. You went straight to Doug. It was just like, drop me like now.
I went straight to Doug. I went to my old English teacher who was teaching the English I needed. So I said, oh, this is great for me. So I went to her, and then the rest is history, man.
There you go, man. So that's the honest to God truth, man. He holds nothing back. Honest young man. Yeah, man. I appreciate you, bro. Anything else you want to say to the people?
Nah, man. I just keep staying up, man. That's just it.
That's what's up, man. I tried, man. Peace. Man. Take it easy.